When there was no earth, you were the earth. When there was nothing, you were everything.
Hi everybody, it's Splish Girl again, and we're just starting off with part 2 of the Hinterlands. We may make a couple of little detours just to pick up another couple of player characters, and we do have a quick mission in Val Royeaux, which we'll do little storyline mission. So I think we'll start off there.
Sky maker, you were the
So we're going to summon our
When there
war
was
table.
no earth, you were the earth.
There we go. I'm quite fond of the war table missions. Let's have a look. Here we go. This is telling us about the missions. It's just explaining a little bit about it. Now, one thing there's nothing over here. That's just going to the chantry. One thing I have learned.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Yeah, so one thing I have learnt with the war table missions is just because it might be quicker for a particular, like Liliana or Josephine or Cullen to do a mission, doesn't mean it's the best. So a particularly tricky one is later on down the line with Clan Llewellyn. You can fail it. Well, not fail it, but you're not necessarily going to get a good outcome. So you sometimes have to watch who and read the descriptions to find out who you want to do that mission, and it's not always better for the faster person to do it. Oh, Blackwood Emporium, we may as well unlock that. Doesn't cost us any power, that's just DLC. You don't really need it as much when you played through it a few times, because you can sync the schematics you've unlocked in previous playthrough with the golden nug. So there's not a lot of point after you've done it for a certain amount of time. It does save money though, because once you've bought a schematic once, you don't have to buy it again. So we're gonna scout the Storm Coast. I'm not gonna read up on that. There we go. And then what have we got here? Gold coin. We don't have enough power for that. Might as well contact Clan Llewellyn. I'll let Josie contact
At your
them,
service.
since she's the diplomatic one. Harden Hightown, it's always worth having Liliana do that one.
Let's see what we have.
What's that one? I sometimes find it quite difficult to get missions that Cullen can do, because I usually think it's better for Josephine and Liliana to do them. We don't have enough power for that. Right, we need to do some more quests first. So now we've done that. Okay. Mother Giselle.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood the Maker's will is written.
Yeah, it's always worth reading. You don't actually have to physically read the codexes, but it is always worth picking them up, because there are perks that give you extra XP for doing
hear
it,
my cry.
and it
Seat me
can
by
be
your
applied
side in death.
retrospectively.
Make me one within
Can be
your
quite
glory.
useful
Let
to do
the
that.
world
Alright, let's go
once more
see Adan. Yep, we know he's the apothecary. Ooh.
Segrit told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrit. He... Look who's back from the dead. Again.
Let's have a look.
My thanks for any part you played in that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wasn't expecting that.
you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
And then potions.
How do I go about having potions made?
Oh.
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
There we go. So that gives us a regeneration potion. Yeah, we know. This is where the herbs come in. So I've already been gathering enough elf fruit that I can increase the healing potions. That's definitely worthwhile doing. We don't have enough elf fruit for that. So see what I mean about the elf fruit really going quickly. I quite like that proximity heal because it really makes the potions go a lot further. Yeah, we know. We might as well take the regeneration potion. And we've got 4 elf fruit. Right, so that's that quest.
That should do for you.
And then we might as well go do some quests. Oh, hang on, what else is here? Oh, that's the special shipments. Yes, that's the smith. What's that? Oh, we might as well go do that. I'd just be a bit conscious in Haven that everything here can be quite missable. I know I'm safe from that yet, but I do like to just get it over and done with.
Speak only the word. Sing only the chant.
We've got scattered reports of Tevinter sightings in the
I doubt we've
Hinterlands.
got anything in the special shipments just
I know,
yet.
sir.
Yep. No, didn't think so. It's a little bit frustrating that
What kind of name is
exclamation
Chant,
mark comes
anyway?
up when
Doesn't sound elf.
there's nothing there. It's a little bit frustrating. I've been known to pick this up accidentally without looking for it.
She who trusts in the Maker, fire is her
I've not
water.
taken as much time to
As the
search
moth
stuff
sees
as
light and goes
this time
toward
round.
flame, she should see fire and go towards light.
The sisters doing the chant of light. So basically what the chant of light is, yeah, we know, is it's their church basically.
There must be something here.
And the idea is that when the chant of light reaches the 4 corners of Thedas, then the Maker will, when they forgive them, welcome them back. There we go. That was easy. And so that's what they're doing. They're talking about the chant of light. I quite like in Dragonage Origins when you're in, oh, was it? In Denerim, and when you're, I think it's Denerim, when you're around the chantry and there's like an older sister and she gets the words wrong, and then there's another sister that's scolding her for getting all the words wrong. That always makes me chuckle. Yeah, this is why I end up running out of elf fruit, because I get bored of collecting it. Okay, let's get some iron. So it's catch trying to get out through the window that is shut currently. He's a little confused.
See reason, listen. We cannot stay here.
It's alright, sometimes he launches himself,
There was no
expecting
word
it to be
for
open.
heaven
And just
or for earth,
you
or
just hear
sea
this
or sky.
little tap when he realises it's closed. He's a bit silly. I don't know why I'm coming back up here. Oh yeah, Adam. I was going to say, if we're going to do the quest, we might as well just go straight to the Hinterlands. But no, if we give this to Adan. Oh yeah, and it's a good idea to pop in here every now and then, because you've got Maradin there, who will sing different songs, and you can... I've never unlocked all the songs.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out at Redcliffe now, giving those people some real...
So, there you go.
You're back. and in one
We're
piece.
gonna give him Taven's notes.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Okay, okay. Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Right, now we can go to the Hinterlands. Oh, hang on, what's this? I might as well read that first. Okay. So that's the Black Emporium there. Right, what should we do first? Ram me in the elements. Yeah, we'll do that first. We've only got 3 people to choose from so far. Cat's knocking things down again. Right, so if we head and do that one first. Okay. It's around here if I remember rightly. There we go. I do remember rightly.
More supplies for Recruit Whittle.
And more elf root. Okay, so let's go see that question mark. Ooh, yeah, we want to kill that ram.
One down!
Did it die? Yeah, there it is. I'm not that keen on that. The body ends up where you loot from, ends up way behind where you actually kill it. It's a bit irritating that. Easy to miss the loot. Right, well, we've got some enemies here. Look like Templars. Head. Let's freeze you.
Someone help!
So I did a brief little level up just before we started.
It must
the
have been
video.
some time since the Renegade Templars faced a mage of any talent.
Arrogant, much so less. And that R1 is my new spell. It's just a little bit more intense than the area effect spell.
A Templar, I believe.
Yep. Anything around here? No. We'll go see Witty Ritz. We'll go this way since we're really close. Yeah, that blue dot on the map there is showing you. Basically, if it's red, it's an enemy that will attack you, and if it's blue, then it's something you can aggro, but it won't start on you first.
Templar deserters?
That was rather passionate, Barry. Oh, we killed a ram. That's a shame.
Kill that warrior!
How'd you like that?
And we've got something to search
If not for you,
around here.
I'd be dead.
Do you need anything? I should probably report back.
Go. Ritz.
This is a mage.
Eldreda, yes. I think that was her name. At least I'd heard other apostates call her that. The Templars attacked the apostates. I suppose I just got caught in the middle.
Yeah, we believe you.
It looks like someone was having a picnic.
Yes. The mage must have been hunting for blood magic. All right, fine, yes. I was maybe doing more than just scouting here. So, the truth. I may have been, passing time with Eldreda.
I take it the Templars interrupted your very friendly picnic.
Wait. Yes. At first, she was just a mage who saw me and didn't attack, but later So, are you going to report me?
I don't normally get Varric involved in this. Oh, let's see what Varric says.
Look, kid, if you can talk an
Oh, no, I do
apostate
need
out
to
of her
get Varric to
pants
do
in the
this
middle
one.
of a war, you've got a gift. Use it. Make contacts, get information, and help the Inquisition. Do that, and our lips are sealed.
All right. I can do that. And thanks for going easy on me.
And we have our first Inquisition agent. If I remember rightly, she helps reduce Leliana's war table time. So that's that bit. We may as well do that bit. Apostate cash. Yeah, we'll go do this. I think we're high enough level that we can do this one now. Okay. So this is like a cult thing in here.
Look, there are Inquisition soldiers even here. I told you we would be safe.
I'm not certain, my lady. We could still return to your family's estate.
No. There is nothing for me back there.
Okay. Yes, if you start...
I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
I quite like the fact that if you get close enough to certain people like Hirsch, they start talking and you don't have to press the action button to trigger the conversation. It just makes it a little bit more organic, realistic. I like the way that plays. So you can choose whether or not you think you're going to be God's chosen, which is basically what they're getting at, I think, with the Maker. I don't like to do that. So we'll go there.
I honestly don't know myself.
As I suspected, stories of you mastering the rifts are just blind heresy.
No, I can seal rifts.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
We don't need to have a conversation with her.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the breach, if only in hopes of appeasing it.
Yeah, I just find Solus a little bit smug now.
The Maker has torn open the sky.
And I wouldn't say that that's just because I've completed the game and completed all the DLC like Trespasser.
My lady, your mother
Because I quite liked Solus the first couple of playthroughs. But I think over time I just gets on my nerves a little
The
bit.
Inquisition can pick up the pieces of this world.
Right.
We
I
will find
quite
peace
often
in the
really
world to
struggle
come.
to find. So when you get a red ring like that, it's telling you that there's something hidden, and I've really struggled to find it here. Because of course it indicates a general direction, but not necessarily whether or not you're on the right floor,
So do you not feel the pull of the Maker
or if you're in the right
sands
room.
in the sky?
I don't know much about that. I know
if
the
I
Mages and
remember right,
Templars want to
it's
kill
up
each
here.
other. I think the Maker wants me to find some
There
place
we
far
go.
away.
I
Peace
did.
to you.
Excuse me. While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
Where would your friend be?
She is my love, and she should be here. I wrote to her weeks ago. I know the path up the hill
We
is
will find
dangerous,
her.
but surely
He's
the
not gonna
mages
like
and
the
Templars
answer.
would not trouble a young lady.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Please, if you meet my beloved, tell her
Oh, we
I
can
am
tell her,
waiting.
but it won't help. Right. I normally find her before we come here.
The demons prey upon the innocent, but our faith is strong.
The Maker will save.
Yeah, there's no way I would have found that chest without using the find function. And I know I've played other games and I've wanted to use the search function and it's not been there. But it's just the ladder it's telling me about. Okay, so you always know which way around to climb up the ladder because the side with all the indents is the wrong side. So that's quite useful. Here he is.
I greet you. My name is
This
Hindle.
is the kid whose mum needs the potion in order to be able to drink. That the bloke at the crossroads told us about.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
Okay, so... Oh, let's not jump down there. That does quite a lot of full damage. Right, we might as well seal this rift. Fluff. Oh, chest. That wasn't intentional, standing on the chest there. There we go.
You want no trouble here.
How these guys haven't been swarmed by demons coming out of this rift. Can I get away with doing this before they attack me? No.
Back me up!
Right, so it's a good idea to get out of that ring of green. Yep. Because it will knock you off your feet. Okay, so I'm going to do a little trick here. I can't. Oh, here we go. Right. So this area of effect spell here, this spell, will stop that demon from appearing out of that rift there. It feels a little bit like cheating, so I don't know. There we go. So we don't have as many enemies spawning. Useful. That killed off that demon. Fire essence and an energy barrage ring. I don't think we've really been equipping rings so far, have we? Might as well equip that. I don't think I've really got many accessories, so let's do that quick. That's a good idea. We'll put that on. Certainly not going to hurt being a touch more powerful. Okay, so... Oh yeah, now we need to rub it in.
We want no trouble here.
What's the name's name? Say, yeah, look, we did seal the rift. Haha. You should... Ah, a nice. Speaker of nice. If that's how you say that. Oh, maybe I'm not close enough.
Maker's tears. I was a fool to have doubted you. How may we serve you? Herald of Andraste.
I'm going to help the refugees.
Have your people help the refugees.
As you say, Herald of Andraste. Some few will remain here. The rest will go forth to do your will. When the Maker calls you to your great purpose, remember that we served you.
Okay. If you pick another option, she becomes another Inquisition agent, but that obviously wasn't the right option to pick for that. Let's go find that cache. But let's go to the closest one first. That is a really useful function because it's so easy to head a further, like to a further away one. I have to double back to Embryon, okay. See, we're a little bit further away from where we were before. Oh, I've had trouble finding this one before. Let's see if we can find it. Might as well take out that favourite though. I don't know. Can we get up here? No, we can't. Can I remember how we get this?
We must have done enough to draw the attention of the clerics by now. Shouldn't we meet with them?
He wants us to do the Val Royeaux bit. Alright, let's go take out this Fade Rift. Okay, so that red thing there is a rage demon, and that is what we want to use for heal ourselves. That is what we want to use Okay, so when you do lose someone, because you've maybe not been paying attention to their health, you've got people like Solus who I've taught the revive spell to, or you can just walk up to their body, hold down X, and bring them back. I find that very useful in dragon fights, because what I'll do is if I run out of potions, then I'll just make sure that you've got at least one person alive at any time. And you concentrate on making sure that your healer is alive. Quite easy now then. Heal ourselves. We are a bit weak for this. And they have to run away.
Back me up!
We're a bit weak. Never mind. It's my problem quite often, as I can't remember what order you're supposed to do stuff in. So we will go back to Haven and do the Val Royeaux war table mission, I think. So I find these loading screens on the PS4 aren't up long enough that I actually get to read the text, but I was playing it on the PC and it takes a lot longer to load on the PC, so I was finding that I actually got to read all the codexes on the loading screens, which was quite nice. Back at Haven. I doubt there'll be anything there.
With passioned breath does the darkness creep. It is the whisper in the night.
Okay. Pretty sure we didn't get enough to get that requisition.
Too many wounded. Not enough bandages to go around.
Start tearing up.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Okay, so we'll go inside the Chantry and we'll see what goes on with there. Okay, so let's see if Cullen has anything else to say, shall we?
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
So, the divine in the Chantry is always female.
There was no word
So people like
for heaven
Chancellor
or for
Roderick
earth or
Apothecary
sea
can
Adolf
only
had
get
more
so far in
pulses
the,
for the
in the Chantry.
Mistress Lavelle,
My word
do you
there.
have a moment?
Ooh, Josie wants to speak to us. Speak to Josie.
Did you need something, Ambassador?
Yes. Well, not precisely, but I should like to know if anyone here has treated you unkindly, Herald, for being an elf.
If they have, they've been stealthy.
Good. Please let me know if that changes. If we're to convince the world that Andraste's herald is an elf, the Inquisition must give you its utmost support. Stories of wild Dalish elves have grown even more outrageous as people learn of you.
The humans telling those tales are the first to take a knife to someone with pointed ears. My clans defended ourselves against them more times than I can count.
Really? I had no idea. I will do what I can to end this slander, Herald. It may help if I know more about how you and your clan lived.
Getting up before
Not what I
dawn
do.
to fish, constantly mending wagons and tents, spending days on the hunt. I still can't believe city dwellers have food delivered straight to their doorsteps.
Really? I never considered it extraordinary. Haven is so far away from home. You must miss the people of your clan.
I tend to like to say that.
If I'd stayed, I'd be traveling with the clan for the rest of my days. I wanted my own life.
If I have learned one thing, it's that our lives are never entirely our own. Whether you're with them or not, being the clan of the Herald of Andraste will mark them in history.
Yeah, so elves so far in the franchise, they're not treated that well. They tend to be servants and will live in alienages in cities, which are incredibly poor and deprived. So it's not uncommon for humans to call an elf knifer. So it's quite nice that Josie is checking up to make sure that we're not being treated poorly. So it's quite nice of her. So yeah, that one.
Elves and fame tend to go poorly together. I hope my clan doesn't suffer for it.
We can make inquiries as to how they fare if it worries you. Perhaps the Inquisition could lend a hand.
That would be very nice. Right, while we're here, let's
Thank
do
you.
some research. So the research is useful because
Blessed
it
are the righteous,
gives you
the lights
bonuses
in the shadow.
in damage
In their
against certain
blood the
creatures,
Maker's will is written.
which is useful. Right, let's go check out Val Royeaux. How much power do we have? 5. Before we do that though, we might as well do some more war table missions. So they've spoken to Clan Lavelle, which is the clan that our player character is from. Blood Lotus always comes handy. There we go. Barrack. Yeah, see, like, he's like saying, oh, look, but I've seen elves and apostates among them. And if Josephine doesn't think a lot of him, we'll do what Josie says. Or we could send Cullen to help the refugees, not the Lord.
To work?
We'll do that because I don't tend to have a lot of use for Cullen. Is there anything else we can do? That one's done, that one's done. Well, we may as well get some gold.
Let us begin.
That one doesn't matter too much who you pick for that, so I tend to pick whoever I don't need elsewhere. Or, in that case, Josie, because she doesn't take as long. Right, let's go to Val Royeaux. Recommended levels 4 to 7, so yeah, I think we'll be alright there.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Good old Cassandra. We don't have a lot of choice taking Cassandra, because if we don't take her, we won't have a warrior. So we'll take Cassandra.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
I love the byplay between us two.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Oh, God.
Only one thing to do, then.
Oh, I love that music.
They wish to protect
I will try not to sing it at everybody.
Return to
look, Cassandra.
Someone will need to
She's
inform them if we
outraged.
are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Just read these little things. I don't know if these give us any XP. I think they do. Yeah, look. Each one just gives you a teeny bit more XP. So I tend to just like to do it. There's a shop here, but we can't go to it yet because we've got to let what's going on here happen.
Stand
Gallows,
wary,
we'll be seeing that a little bit later on.
Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
It seems that powers
The
align
Templars will
against
stand
this
for us and
Inquisition.
help Val Royeaux
A pity,
return to
as
mourning.
you are the only ones who appear to care about the hole in the
Useful.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery.
Naive.
You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say This is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
Charming. Yeah, they really don't like elves.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars
Here
have
comes
returned to the
Lord Seeker
country.
Lucius.
They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Weren't expecting that now, were you?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement, raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet, you should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
He's a charmer.
Templars, one of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
You're a mage. Your ties are worthless. They are all made traitors just by being in your company.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Yeah, pretty much, he has. So that's the Chantry now have lost their army and their protection, and Val Royeaux has lost their army and their protection. So that will go down well.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
That Templar that looked upset about the cleric getting punched, that's Sir Barris. We'll see more of him later on. But this lady we want to speak to.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's what we're
the plan.
attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
I
The
can never
Herald of
resist
Andraste.
picking that option.
Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
I've never seen the point in turning her away. She really comes in useful.
Head to Haven then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Okay, let's go check out this little exclamation mark here. Oh, there's a book here first.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
The Templars back, I wonder.
Cassandra sounds really shaken by that. Here we go. Let's go check out this exclamation mark over here.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
I believe that messenger...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Okay. Yay, Vivienne. Yeah, she's cool. We'll stop using Solus when we've got her. And then...
Let's look around.
Well met.
So that's unlocked us another codex. The reason probably why I've never actually managed to unlock all the songs is I generally don't bother coming back to Val Royeaux. And I think there's probably some songs that I can only get from there.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages.
There she is, look. She's okay.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
And that's what they get for just straight up assuming that we're all bad. It's all out of fear though, isn't it? There's a letter here. Red handkerchief. Anything behind there? Oh yeah, there is. So this is the thing, you've got little things like that now that you wouldn't be able to do in 1 or 2. I don't think you could jump in 1, pretty sure. I know you can't jump in 2. And they wouldn't have been able to hide something behind like barrels like that, because you wouldn't have been able to get to them. So I just think that's a nice touch that you can do that. Here we go. Let's go up here. This way. Because I'm in the window. And there's another handkerchief. Right, so that's 2 meeting points we can see. Let's go see Madame de Fer first. Oh no, that's where Jenny. Yeah.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come.
So if
Let
anyone's
us return
wondering
to
what
Haven.
Let Cassandra finish. There we go. If anyone's wondering what the Conclave is, that was basically the Divine trying to broker peace between the mages and the Templars. And of course the Conclave ended up blowing up, and then that is where we appear in the aftermath of that explosion. And of course everybody wants to blame somebody for their beloved Divine dying, and of course we just happened to appear out of nowhere. So that's why at the beginning everyone was quite accusing. This bit's fun.
Lady Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What
That
a lot of
rough
pig shit.
covers her face.
Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
Charming fellow.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is
I love that outfit.
intolerable.
Her outfit's far nicer than anyone else's.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
We'll say we don't care. He's beneath us.
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think her blade could put an end to the misery of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so
skillfully
wanted
done.
to meet you.
Moral of the story is, don't piss off Vivienne.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
We like Vivian.
The Inquisition will be
She's
happy to
awesome.
have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Oh, the costume on Vivian is absolutely brilliant. But oh, I'll tell you what, the costumes in the nobles, oh my god. I know it's meant to be really opulent but they don't half look silly. Okay. Let's go see Sarah. Sarah. Although we don't know that yet. Bye, sailors. We're going to take Vivian with us instead.
Well, they know who I work for at least.
Archer. I know I said I didn't like fire staffs. I really did getting rid of it.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important
So
for this to
arrogant.
be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is the...
Ugh.
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
So it's cool.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
Yeah, they literally have no shirt. That's so cool.
Right in the plums.
Funny. I enjoy Sarah's practical jokes.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles,
Like
basically.
servants and things.
So here, in your face, I'm
things?
Sarah.
Servants
The
and
Friends
people.
of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife. All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need
Breeches?
people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Thing is with Sarah,
All right, Sarah.
because I'm an elf.
I can use you and your friends.
She don't like elves.
Yes!
You can get rid of her
good
later on
before
if you
you're
don't
too
like
big
her.
to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
She's funny. However, she's not very, so we're not going to use her. Oh, we got some level ups. Oh, of course, Vivienne, I haven't leveled up. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, it's Vivienne. That's quite a funny mission. Do we go back up there? Yeah, we can go back up there and get whatever that was. There we go. That's crafting material. Crafting material and the grass feather charm is just junk, so that's just to be sold to the merchant. 77 gold, not bad, right. Don't need to press that. We're done. Oh. You have to actually exit properly this area. There we go, world map. No, we don't want to go there yet. There we go.
Greetings.
Okay. Special shipments. Let's go check out the war table.
Greetings.
Ah yes, merchant over here. This is Segret. He's not popular. Because basically people feel that he's profiteering.
And how much?
I need to check. He's profiteering off of ooh, lightning stuff. That's much better. No, Armor of the Dragon's better. That's useful. That gives us a ability point for Varric. What's that do? Good idea. Okay.
Mother Giselle.
I believe we can sell the rest. Too many breaches. Ah, good old Sarah.
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Yeah, see, that's them moaning at him for charging charging so much when they Chantry don't feel that they should be. So, what's in here?
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we?
Useful?
Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Okay, so we're not going to do this bit just yet, but definitely put a comment telling me which you would rather we pick, and whichever comments have the most, I will go with that faction.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the Hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
There's more going on than we think. But we don't know that yet. While we're here, we might as well do some war table missions. The notifications coming up saying when the missions are done are quite useful. Hey, we've got some perks. So now we've got to pick Underworld Knowledge. That's from Codex entries. That will help us level up quicker, so I do like to do that one. Okay, now we've got a lot more missions. That's a funny one. Okay, so Josie's got a good 13 minutes. Right, what's over here?
All right.
There we go. That's funny. Basically, that mission means that you get a grenade, which is a jar of bees. So you chuck it at the enemy and they get stung. Jace is better for that mission.
Let's see what we have.
That's where Liliana comes in. Okay, so everybody's got war table missions. Ah, here we go. Oh, we've got to level up. Let's deal with that. So what's that do? That's quite good. Let's do that one. Nice passive ability. Yay, Crim.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll
Iron Bull's
find.
awesome.
Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
He's Kunari, and he's pretty tough. Although,
I heard the
saying
Templars
that,
have withdrawn.
he can be
Seems odd. Thinking the
easier
cancer's chained, but not ready
easier
for
to
the
kill
fight.
than you'd
What do
think
you know
sometimes.
of the Templars?
Right, okay, so I think we'll
You
call it
think they
here.
get their leery?
So next video we will go and get Blackwall and Iron Bull, who are 2 warriors. So they will be our last 2 party members that we can pick up before we do the Mages or Templar missions. And again, put a comment down below to pick whether or not you prefer Mages or Templars this playthrough. I've done both. Tend to do Mages a little bit more, but you get some interesting story around each side, so you know it's pretty good either way. And we'll carry on with some Hinterlands missions.